Alright, so Arda is a character that really likes to get ahead early. He takes advantage of his passive and his field skill in order to maintain that advantage. He's a character that is extremely hard to contest in the early to mid game, especially once he gets his build rolling. And on the top of that, his passive is Artifact Analysis. For every armor gear piece equipped that has a higher quality than the enemy, he will inflict 3 more skill damage per piece. And this effect is guaranteed, even if the opponent guards. So this activates every 6 seconds, so I believe that this activates basically every 2 hits. Might even be 3, but it really just depends on the timing. A chem state. Mr. Meiji drops bull intestines, not eels. And then his field skill is no digging. After channeling for 1 second, he declares the current area as no digging for 15 seconds. And then in a no digging area, MOTF. Thanks for the raid. You got me while I was over-explaining. Oh no, this is going in the video now. Okay, you know what, MOTF? Since you're in the video now, you should probably go and just shout yourself out in every way humanely possible so that people check out your YouTube and Twitch channel. Come on, you gotta do it. I'm waiting for it. You're on YouTube right now. MOTF's not even saying anything. MOTF, why? My guy, what a guy. Oh, you got an ad? Okay. Safari Gaming, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Meow Crew. There's no one else streaming ERBS I want to raid. I'm glad that I'm cooler than the ERBS folks. But as I'm saying, you're actually going to be on a YouTube video. So do you want to like plug yourself in real quick? On the topic of that, hello Raiders, my name is Meowkaiser. I stream Immortal Soul Black Survival, been doing so for 4 years. This is actually the game that Eternal Return is based off of. If you're really interested in high skill gameplay as well as educational content, I do a lot of that here. Hi, I'm MOTF Games. I'm a Hyunwoo main currently on ERBS, so if you want to know that game as well, stop on by. I hope you guys like my MOTF impression. It is Arda wiki page. We're doing an Arda Overexplained run now. I should probably change the title. Hey Nocti, how's it going? So we're going to overexplain Arda. I am professional streamer. I know what I am doing. Watching MOTF instead of Meow. Okay. Back on the topic of what no digging does. So no digging is when an area declares no digging, Arda will gain 0.3 experience for each item found. For every other player that is there, their search consumes additional stamina and their chance to find items is reduced by 50%. A very cheeky thing you can do with the skill is that if Heart declares peace zone in an area, you can just go there, declare no digging, and then they literally can't find items there. It's pretty funny. I want to say Arda's the second best bow character right now, despite him starting D bow. He's very consistent and very strong. The only downside is that a lot of bow characters are able to outcontest him for first area. Is bow strictly better than gun? It doesn't make noise every time you attack. That's why you asked? No, it's not, because gun has more stat attack than bow. Also, making noise with gun every single shot is not a bad thing. It encourages more people to fight you. Alright, back to the Overexplained. Arda has some very decent early game stats. They're like slightly on the average side. He has 14 attack, 14 armor, 149 HP, and 112 stamina. He actually has like fairly low stamina, so that's something to keep in mind. But his endgame attack and armor is actually fairly high. He has 51.4 attack and 54.8 attack. And because of his kit, he really wants to be abusing no digging so that he gets the early levels up and gets the level advantage so that he's actually able to hit harder. I think that's all I want to talk about with Arda. Out of all of his skins, Professor Arda is the best skin. If you think otherwise, you're just wrong. I don't make the rules here. That's just how it is.
What, you're not going to do it this time? He's just looking at me. You're not going to beg.
Thanks for the follow. Welcome, Meowkaiser. I think I was like messing with my dog at this point. We should probably skip me messing with my dog.
Head on my lap.
The best mastery for Cicella is throw. Anyway, so let's take a quick look at this lobby. This is another 1v1 lobby, kind of. Both Estelle and Harulover are, well, Harulover is plus C for those of you who don't know. But those two players are the ones to look out for. So if I'm thinking about countering anybody with like counter items, those are the players I want to look out for. When it comes to bow, there are actually 2 Rios, and the 2 Rios is actually going to make it extremely difficult to get a first bow area on Arda. Both archery range and factory are incredibly popular bow starts. Factory happens to be the stronger one, but a lot of lower level players tend to always start archery range. So I'm going to take a bet this game, try to start factory unless like my supplies say otherwise. And just hope that these two just contest each other really hard at archery range. Another thing to keep in mind about factory start is that for a gun, it's correct for them to start at beach. And then the moment that they get their weapon, they head straight to factory. And so you tend to find gun at factory very early on. And you tend to not stay there for very long. But that's just another thing to keep in mind of. Don't stay in factory too long if there's gun.
So yeah, that's what I deal with while I'm playing this game. See, he's still there. You can, like, barely see him. Sorry, Teddy.
Alright, so I started flour, iron ore, and bullets. Those are not very good supplies. It happens. The iron ore I can maybe use, but a lot of the bow starts doesn't really make that work, except for, like, archery range and well. So I actually forget where I start here. I start factory as the plan as I had discussed earlier. Just hope that the Rios can test each other over at archery range. I find Rio and I'm like, well, I can't win that fight. I ended up pressing field skill out of habit. God. See another Rio, can't win that one. Here we go to well. Let's go. Arda cannot fight these people level 1.
Much.
And then this guy's over here now. And I'm like, why? But whatever. Sure. We got some value out of our no digging. And then another person I can't contest. Let's go. I actually meant to go to chapel, by the way. A lot of surviving the early game is recognizing fights that you cannot win, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I die early so often. Look at me when I fight. I run away almost immediately. I am just like, I am out of there.
This is fine. This is okay.
And so we're going for a twin bow this game. I actually am not too familiar with twin bow. The fact that I had oil makes it a lot easier, but basically we need a bow and we need a crossbow. Those are like the things we're looking for. I believe you can get both of those at chapel. And then we're actually probably going to be able to make a steel set because of the iron ore. So hey, the iron ore was useful. Would you look at that? Also, my dog's bothering me. Say hi, Teddy.
I always forget how to make twin bow.
I got your nose, Teddy. What are you going to do, Teddy? What are you going to do about it? I got your nose. So there's a short crossbow. I'm actually just like quickly looking how to make twin bow because this is not an item I make a lot. Yeah. We also were looking for a cross and a cassock here. I forgot to mention that. We already found it. So I believe at this point, all we're looking for is...
rubber, huh?
Oh, it's not a bow. We need a Yumi bow. Excuse me. We only stayed because we wanted to upgrade the Holy Grail into Saint's Relic. Just because it's an easy blue accessory, you just need a cross with it. So Yumi bow is only at archery range and temple. Which is actually still quite nice. Just because I still need fabric armor anyway. So for my steel set, so it's just on the way. We are going to... I did clear my head injury at this point, just because if I come across anybody, I do want to have contesting power.
Can't just go to archery range, which is annoying. I mean, archery range, temple. Well, I mean, I guess I wasn't going to temple anyway.
I heard noise at temple, and I was like, I don't want to contest, so I went straight to archery range.
That.
I didn't mean to
well,
actually no digging there, but hey, I'm here now. This is life.
Piano wire.
All I'm looking for now is piano wire, so it's not actually that good. Oh wait, I forgot. I needed glasses. I needed fabric armor. So
Piano
yay!
wire.
So we need piano wire, and then we can leave.
Piano wire.
And also pickaxe. Look at me not remembering what I need to do.
Oh my gosh. Piano wire. What do you mean?
And I can't find piano wire. So we really need to actually just finish our weapons so that we can clear inventory as quickly as possible. So I chose cemetery because it has both rubber and piano wire, both things that I need.
Give me piano wire. Yes.
Now I just need rubber. I could have stayed here for rubber, but the reality is that there's only 2 rubbers at cemetery. So chances of me finding rubber here, pretty slim. So we went over to lighthouse instead.
Rubber. Rubber. They added both. Can I have rubber?
Now, I could have grabbed the boots there, but, like, I was so set on finding rubber at this point, and I also don't have a lot of stamina, that trying to juggle for the boots, I felt like wasn't worth it.
Please. I swear to God.
This is also why I don't really like
Twimbo.
Twimbo, just inventory explosion is very common on Twimbo. There we go. We clear most of our inventory just right here, right now. And the reason why we can rush purple weapons on bow rather than on other masteries is because bow and gun have 1% defect rates. And typically on bow and gun, you can go the entire game with just the 1 purple weapon you made. And you'll be totally fine. It'll never defect. I mean, sure, it could defect, and then you'll have to make a second weapon. But most games, you can just stay on 1 weapon and you'll be good.
Hopefully I can get a break.
So I did happen to get the boots back. I went to beach trying to hunt for osprey. Just, as I said last game, is that a lot of times people don't really hunt for osprey. They tend to hunt for crows. Just because crow can spawn at trail, pond, or forest. Those are areas that people are frequently at this point in the game. But docks, beach, and lighthouse are not areas that people are at this point in the game. So you can typically hunt for an osprey and get away with it.
Bird.
Typically.
I guess not.
But didn't find it. It might have spawned at docks, or maybe somebody went there.
That's why it wasn't noisy. That explains a lot.
And so now I'm just staying here for more saris and for scrap metal. Also, for turtle shell.
Can I have your shield?
Is there anything to say about Hyunwoo's items? Not really. There's nothing too spectacular about them. I said, can I have your shield? Just because I need a leather shield, so it would have been nice.
Hello, friends. Can I have your shield?
I am getting distracted by my dog, and you're making this very hard to commentate.
There's scrap
There's
metal.
a scrap metal.
Aw, but I wanted your steel. Shield. Steel. I already have steel. Sure.
Just hold the iron balls. Maybe I can make that into boots. I currently have no real plan for my boots.
I will check if he died here.
I heard a lot of noise at Forest. I would
He
check.
probably died
I
here.
ran into Estelle. Estelle said, it actually said that Estelle killed Hyunwoo. Maybe Estelle ran to another area and is fighting somebody else, and Hyunwoo's corpse is not here. But hey, you know, this is an idea. Okay, Teddy, I really do need you to leave me alone. Teddy, go away.
I don't think I win that one.
No more food. I could have kept fighting, but if I go low and he doesn't leave, I'm in a lot of danger, and it's very difficult to make food at that point. So we're going to try to complete our boots. We run into Plessy, who actually does less damage.
Sure.
Okay, can I talk about what I have to deal with? Teddy, go away! Thank you, Teddy. Good boy. I don't actually know what else I needed
I
here.
do need the needle.
Oh, needle. I think the... Why am I still here? What?
It's
What am I doing?
Thank you.
Okay. So, you know how I didn't find the Osprey before? There was a good chance that it spawned at docks, meaning that it had died at the moment it had spawned, right? So, that means that at 3 minutes it had died, which means that the 1 minute and 50 second animal spawn timer went off. And that'll mean that it'll respawn at 1 minute and 10 seconds until the end of the round. I find the Osprey at actually around when it respawns, and I was like, hey, got the feather. And then we went back to Forest, tried to get that corpse. I really want that leather shield. And Estelle is still here.
How good was that? I just clicked on like every restricted area. Oh, friend, can I have your arm gear, please? Why not?
Not a whole lot to say. I believe that I went to Uptown because I wanted soy sauce so that I could use it on the ramen. Got the soy sauce. Off of a corpse, but, you know, we take those.
Alright.
There wasn't
Let's try
much
this again.
valuable on the corpse. And
Maybe
then
we'll
I'm
be
like,
more
okay, I have
persuasive.
food. Now I can contest this corpse. And there's the leather shield that I needed.
Nice.
So it's really important to pay attention to noise and try to get an idea of where corpses died, because I was able to save myself a ton of time by getting that leather shield. And now we're looking for reserve armband.
Hi, friend. Nah, I'm still stronger. Nice counterattack, though.
Not a whole lot to say here. My opponent is not taking a very good trade. So, now I stayed at Factory. I said this before, but going into the third round where Bear Gorilla spawns, standing in Factory is really nice because the moment that animals spawn, there's a little notification that happens in the action log if you are in an area that is adjacent to or on the area that an animal spawns. And so in this case, it says there's a wild animal nearby. I can feel it. So that means that Gorilla is either in Factory or a fire station. And if you wanted to do this with Bear, you can just stand on either well or cemetery to do the same exact thing. So got lucky. Gorilla's right here. Didn't have to change areas.
Oh.
Just take the Burdock. I need to figure out a solution to my stamina problems, or if I find soy sauce, that's great. For those of you who don't know, Camilla's skill, Anima Ledron, steals your armor and attack. So the fact that I only dealt 35 damage using artifact analysis meant that this is not a fight worth taking. So at this point, we're looking for a steel chain for our helmets. We already have the pickaxe. We can try to get a gemstone. We also need wire and battery. And then we also need reserve armband. So going here, I'm looking for steel chain and I'm looking for soy sauce. If you're ever resting in the game, it's always good to check on what you're doing. I decide to switch over to the peace zone so that I cannot get hit while resting. And I did remember that Estelle was weaker than me. So I was just like, I'm going to take this fight. A little bit aggressive, especially because I didn't have a lot of food.
You might have stuff I
was
want.
pretty confident. I heard noise at hotel, and then it said that Zahir died to Estelle. So I'm going to go to hotel and see if Estelle is there.
See if I can bully this off.
And Estelle is there. And I already know I win this trade, so chances are I can probably just force her off the corpse. So the heated whetstones are really nice. I'm carrying 2 times. Sorry, I got the garlics here are nice too, but they're not immediate food. We need immediate food right now so we don't just die. And other than that, there's nothing too important about this corpse. One thing to keep in mind is that this guy went high explosive grenades, and that means that like 2 or 3 wires are probably gone from hotel, and also 5 scrap metals is another thing to keep in mind. So it's going to be extremely hard to find scrap metal later for if I get Holy Blood. So chances are if I get Holy Blood, I might end up settling for Hermes boots, but it really just matters on how it plays out. If I get to factory and I'm able to get my scrap metal anyway and my wire, it's fine.
He does. Rockman? Rockman?
Did I hear noise at Forest? I did hear noise at Forest. I can't believe I remembered that.
He does.
Yeah, and then I see the kill by Rockman, and I was like, okay, we're going to check where
Rockman?
the last noise was.
Rockman?
And there he is. So now I know that there's a new corpse here.
She has something I want.
Food!
Okay.
There's the reserve armband I wanted. I already knew that the Fiora had the reserve armband, so that was really nice.
I'll take the mithril first.
And then I decided to take the mithril first. So the steel shield is 24 armor, I believe. Upgrading it gets it to 28 armor, but I could take the mithril, use it on my helmet, and upgrade from a 30 helmet to a 45 helmet. At this point, it actually wasn't worth it to stay at Forest for that that corpse, because I know that there's another corpse there, right? And both corpses, I believe, are sharing a 5% chance of me finding it. It's just not worth it. So we're going to try to find a reserve armband.
Hi, Rockman.
So we're actually finally able to deal enough damage to Plessy to consider actually trading with him. So I'm going to hit him again past Anima Ladron to see exactly how much damage I'm actually doing.
Do I still win this?
So we're actually completely even.
Per se, but
so I decided to stay.
It's good mastery.
Because most of the other players in this lobby will not fight me this hard.
This is fine.
And there's the solution to our stamina problems. I heard noise at temple. Why'd I go back to forest?
This is okay.
I guess I'm just making food at this point. I could have stayed at factory to get the reserve armband, but it's only like +4 increased in armor. So you could also argue that just getting the food here is better. Got lucky, got the right corpse.
Almost done. It might be a little bit hard to get the wire. Oh, wait.
So yeah, I was considering that finishing my boots might have been too difficult. Just trying to get the wire after knowing that Zahir went HEG and I saw wires and scrap metals off of him made it very unlikely. Even Lily's raiding me. What's going on? I guess I'll cut this out of the final video, but hello. This is Immortal Soul Black Survival. This is the game that Eternal Return Black Survival is based off of. I've been streaming this game for 4 years. I'm one of the top players in North America. And right now we're doing an Overexplained run. So right now I am explaining everything there is to know about Arda, pathing and all that stuff, it'll probably be pretty unexciting to you guys since you guys don't play the game, but highly recommend checking out. It's free on Steam. Immortal Soul Nopers, OGBS Nodders. I do like that we call it OGBS. Don't I have Nodders? Do I not have Nodders? What? I thought I added Nodders. I have Nopers though. Huh. I'll have to fix that. Okay. Anyway. I should have Sag. Yeah, I have Sag. You're just spelling it wrong. Oh, I added it a long time ago. So, I'll have to fix it. Anyway. Back to the Overexplained run.
They use, oh no, they use a bunch of wire, don't they? For, high explosive grenades. That's kind of annoying. What can you do, though?
So, I am considering going to...
Sup?
Tunnel to, what's it called? To try to get the wire anyway, especially because with herbs, I can get the... What is that thing? That glass bottle? I believe it's called glass bottle. Glass bottle to use with herbs to make healing potions. I think I'm just chasing noise at this point, though. Just because it isn't guaranteed that I'll be able to make armor at this point. So just getting mastery is always a good thing.
Glass bottle.
And this was just me trying to get Gorilla on respawn. Because I killed Gorilla so early on, I knew that Gorilla was going to spawn at around really early on into the next round. So here I am fighting Gorilla as timed.
Good stuff. The problem is when the entire lobby starts trying to pick up their wires.
So Gorilla died at 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Gorilla will respawn at 2 minutes and 50 seconds after this. So this means that it'll respawn 45 seconds into the next round.
Because most builds need it.
So I grabbed the steel just kind of out of habit. Maybe I'll find a Wickline and I'll be able to use the steel right away. But I don't have inventory space for it. So we end up leaving the steel on the ground.
Hi, friends. This is mine now.
So now I'm just checking for bear.
Oh, is it not here?
And there was nothing here, and I was like, okay, there was just noise here. Very cool. So, there's nothing better to do.
Nice.
Just decide to... I do not know why that Rio decided to check tunnel right after I said no digging. That was very random.
Oh,
and I do find the wire. And I'm like, cool. So we're just at fire station for battery. There's nothing else we're looking for here.
Hi, new friend.
Yeah, noted is a very good emote.
Found the battery.
So at this point, with a full build and a lot of food, we just want to be chasing every noise we see. So I saw noise at trail and I saw noise at alley.
Check out trail first.
And so I checked trail first just to see who's still there. And then I can go to alley right after.
Oh, alley is still noisy. Hello?
I have tried red cell. I still prefer green cell.
Hello?
Green cell just has so much value off of big heals in the final area.
Sure. Come back in like 10 seconds.
So, with all the fighting at alley and the fact that she P-zoned it, pretty much led me to believe that there is probably Wickline there. I also threw no digging down just to be annoying. And yeah, there's the Wickline. Like, the fact that I got contested so hard for alley, even though the person was losing, is probably because it's Wickline's there. Holy blood!
Might be a little hard, but I'm gonna try.
So yeah, as I said earlier, because of the Zahir's corpse over at hotel, we already know... I mean, luckily, I got the scrap metal. We knew the Zahir was already holding 5 scrap metals, and typically, high explosive grenades only uses, like, 3 wires. The hard part is the gunpowder, because we already knew that the Zahir was holding 2 gunpowders, and he also had a grenade. So probably he picked up like 3 gunpowders at some point. So trying to make it work, kind of difficult, but we'll see what we can do. I dropped the cooking pot preemptively, just because there isn't a lot of time to grab things. And I get a sweet potato, so hey, cool.
Really, Rockman?
Free kill! And free heated whetstone.
Was that my first kill? Died in a restricted area.
So the reason why I was checking the logs is because somebody else had died, and I wanted to see if they had died to another player, so then I can scroll up and see if there was noise at where they might have been fighting at. So over at Lighthouse, there's the iron ore I need for well, in ERBS it's called Force Core. In this game, it's called Engineered Arcane Motor. So we're trying to make Engineered Arcane Motor. So I need the iron ore at this point. I need gunpowder. I need battery, all of which are at Lighthouse. So I find the iron ore, which is quite nice.
Really need gunpowder.
So the reason why I want gunpowder first before battery is because I don't actually have inventory space to hold batteries. So I'm going to have to drop food if I want to hold the battery. But, you know, what can you do?
Gunpowder.
Hopefully I find gunpowder. There's more gunpowder here than at tunnel, but we didn't really get a chance to check tunnel.
Come on. There it is. Oh, the dead batteries. Ooh. Hello.
Just random dead batteries here. I don't know what that was about. And so now we just need a wire, and we also need the short crossbow to make the legendary crossbow. Both of which can be found at factory.
Someone was denying that. Oh, hello.
And hey, we got gorilla again. I wasn't timing it, but, you know, we'll take the free gorilla. And we get free stamina. Just everything we need.
There's the wire.
Tree of Life in this game is always used on Crimson Flower. You make Powder of Life and use a flower in it. You get Crimson Flower. In ERBS is called Zen Vitality. Yeah. Crimson Flower is just really good in this game.
This game is so easy.
And then I commented how stupid my luck is.
It's just that easy.
Zen Vitality does sound cooler. I just really wish they kept things consistent between the two games. So soy sauce is extra food, and then we also have our golden weapon. Pretty much every time you get Wickline, you should be aiming to make your golden weapon. Just, it's generally a better option than Guardian Suit. The thing about Guardian Suit is that armor has diminishing returns in the late game, especially when people hit SS and they start penetrating armor. I'm sorry. I've been playing this game for 4 years. It used to be called PDP, okay? When I say PDP, I'm talking about Crimson Flower.
Okay, we're coming in. What's up?
And for those of you who don't know, making Sharanga the orange weapon, as Minhu pointed out, is orange, not golden. But it's basically like having an extra mastery tier over another player, which is... So basically, instead of being at A+, I am basically attacking at S strength, which is a very big deal.
What's up?
And so now we're just kind of chasing noise, and we're looking to make food whenever we can. We're also looking for an opportunity to get a flower and stone so that we can make our Crimson Flower.
Hi, friend.
So I checked pond. I heard noise at pond. Maybe they're there. He is there. We know that the real corpse is there.
Hellrider jackets. I want the Hellriders.
And so I definitely want to stay for the Hellriders just because extra armor, and also it has synergy with my passive. Just a cool thing.
I have 2 Tree of Lives.
And now
that
I have 2 Tree of Lives, I really want to prioritize trying to get a flower. But especially 2 of them. Flowers become very difficult to come by. I could have grabbed the grilled sari, but I'm pretty sure that the Hellrider's jacket gives me the same value anyways, as well as gives me additional damage.
There's like a bunch of good stuff on here. I guess we stay here.
And of course, I decided to stay even though it's a 5% chance. The reason why I decided to stay despite it being a 5% chance of finding the real corpse again is because I can also find flowers here. And I did say that now that I have 2 Tree of Lives, I really need to make sure I find my flowers.
Mithril. Don't need it, but I have it. Oh, carp.
Yeah, and because I have Sharanga and I'm at S Mastery, plus he cannot contest me, even with his stat stealing abilities.
Start with this.
So yeah, I considered grabbing the Saris first, but the reality is that it ended up clogging my inventory. I actually didn't know that I was carrying grilled Sari anyway. I wasn't paying attention to that, so it would have stacked. But, you know, it is what it is.
There's 1 flower.
And so yeah, we need 2 flowers.
Take this as well.
I decided to use my sweet potato, even if it's like less healing, just so that I can make space for stamina. We need to make space for the second flower anyway, so it just made sense to do this. And if I run out of stamina, I'm going to spend so much time resting that it's going to really slow down my ability to find the flowers I need.
Yeah, I can secure a stone area, so we're pretty safe.
Okay, so the reason why I checked the map there was because not only do I need the flower, but I also need to make sure that I have stone in order to make Powder of Life. So the first thing I check is to see, okay, where can I get stone? I can get stone at Trail, I can get at Tunnel, and I can get at Hotel. The fact that Hotel is not going to be closing next round means that I have time to keep searching for flowers.
Yeah, I can secure a stone area, so we're pretty safe. We just kind of do whatever we want.
We really need to make sure that we have our Crimson Flowers for the final area.
Yes.
And so I actually genuinely expected to have to pick up the grilled saris off the ground, but I didn't realize that I had grilled saris in my inventory.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I can just stack it.
That's right!
Was a very good corpse.
So I decided just to get the stone now, just to get it out of the way. And then I believe I check for a bear. Bear has a guaranteed flower drop.
Not really.
How did she die again? She died to the heart. Oh wait, I'm reading Minhu's comment in the video. I'm dumb.
Nice, got the bear. I already took it. I took the 2 grilled Sari.
This is not a format I'm used to. Okay? But yeah, I'm pretty much going to be taking every single trade against Plessy. He's my only competition, and I am winning the trades. I am winning the trades even after he steals my stats. Like, that's how badly I am winning these trades. Okay, so the fact that I got Meteorite, what accessory was I on at this point? I don't actually remember, but the reason why Moonstone is so powerful is that it gives +3 skill damage on an attack, and it makes it one of the best accessories in the game because of it. And then if you upgrade into Moonlight Pendant with a ribbon, it goes to +4, and instead of upgrading it with a ribbon, if you upgrade it using a Mithril and turning into Adamantite using Iron Ore, and at that point, it becomes Kundala. And Kundala is like, I forget, but it's like a plus percentage of your total attack, which is a very big deal as well.
Okay, I gotta go for the Kundala.
They nerfed it, Minhu.
I left a Mithril over at Pawn, so I need the Iron Ore.
So yeah, I'm trying to secure the Iron Ore first, because Iron Ore areas are closing, and I'm trying to be super greedy for this Mithril that I had left at Pond. Because it's funny. I kind of have like a whole joke that Kundala is the shit, even though it's not really. And as I said earlier, we're going to be chasing every single noise that we hear.
I didn't even need to do this. Hopefully the Mithril is still here. Hopefully.
So I'm probably not going to find the Mithril. I'm pretty sure that the heart just took it.
It's like super unlikely that I can do this, but Let's get the stone first.
Schrodinger's box, best accessory, no doubt. Get out of here with that blasphemy. I don't want to hear it. Get out of here.
Well, no digging does prevent other people from searching in there, because it does reduce other people's ability to find items. So it's not like the worst thing.
Blasphemy.
Just not
So yeah.
a whole lot.
Moonstone is definitely better than Saint's Relic. All Saint's Relic does is gives me additional mastery when I craft weapons.
Plus,
and I'm not going to be crafting weapons anymore.
So there's that too. I am determined.
And so yeah, I'm wasting all my time here. Maybe I'll get more flowers. I think I've already taken all the flowers from here. And then maybe I'll get the mithril. But I hear noise at hospital. I should probably contest that. I am being really slow in the juggle. And then I decided to go to Uptown for some reason. And then I decided to go hotel. Oh yeah, because I'm looking for bloodhounds. I was hoping to get the bloodhound spawn so that I can get the lighter I need.
Hi, friend.
But didn't get it.
Mithril. Mithril.
Oh, I mean, if we're not going to include the 2 best accessories in the game, then yeah, Schrodinger's the best accessory.
Search one last time for lighter dog.
So yeah, I'm just checking one last time for lighter dog, as I had said. Didn't get it.
No lighter dog.
Listen, it's about flexing on people, 10. That's why I press no digging even when I don't need to.
I really want that mithril. I want that Kundala. You don't understand, Chad. I need it. I might be throwing the game, but that's okay.
I even fully admit that I'm potentially throwing the game. But it's fine. And there's the lighter I needed.
I found the lighter.
And then I proceed to put no digging up because I want to screw over the people that are searching here. I could have held on to the lighter, but the reason why I didn't hold on to it there was because I want to keep an extra inventory slot open so that if I kill somebody, I can instantly grab somebody's food off of their corpse. It'll go straight into my inventory rather than me having to pick it up off of the ground. That way, like, let's say I kill the heart, for instance, right? Let's say I kill the heart and there's a crimson flower and I can't put it in my inventory right away because, like, let's say I don't have crimson flowers and that. Crimson flower's on the ground. Plus, he comes in and fights me. For me to try to pick up the crimson flower off the ground, I have to take a hit for free. So having an empty inventory spot in the last 3 areas is very important for that reason. At this point, holding heated oil is actually really good. And I'm still very determined to get that iron ore to work, even though it probably won't.
That's what you do, though. You know, digging the P-zone. That's actually just what you do. They really want fire station.
Not really a whole lot to say here. I am resting as often as I can. I don't think I explained rest buffering yet. When you enter a new area, you can't actually input anything, so you actually have 1 second to get a rest off. And I don't even realize I'm in dodge stance because I am good at this video game.
Magic.
One of the best players in North America, mind you. I am so good at video games. I'm still in dodge stance.
Okay, we found somebody. Let's go.
Yay, fried chicken. So, okay, so this was something that I learned from Simon, who mained bow for a very long time. So what I didn't know was that under the bow tab, it actually shows you arrows, right? And I actually completely missed that. But what you can do is you can set your target as arrows, and you can see what areas still have arrows left before they restrict. That's actually very handy. And of course, I don't even know where to find it because this is not something I do too often, but it is a good thing to do. I'm like, where is it?
I forget where they put arrows. Oh, I can't get arrows.
And then I just realized that there weren't any arrow areas open anyway. But the idea was to hold arrows. And then if I happen to use all of my arrows up and all the arrows through arrow supply, I'm at least carrying arrows so I can manually reload that way.
Please die.
So, final area with 3 people alive is really dumb.
Let's see.
And especially with the heart, just stalling it out. It's like, okay. Gotta give them the hearts. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that every time they search, they actually use more stamina to search. So having the no digging down at this point might actually damage some people if they don't have stamina.
Please just die.
3 grilled tunas? I am so sorry, Plessy.
Thank you.
You're not winning this game. If it makes Plessy feel any better, he probably wouldn't have won even if he got the heart kill.
Arda's a good character.
So that's Arda Overexplained. If you have any questions, make sure to leave it in the comments I'm going to say description below. Just leave it in the comments. I'll answer your comments. Words are too hard. Why was that heart stalling and not use the tuna again? I don't know. Leave it in chat, easy. On that topic, chat, do you have any questions? How do you play the game? The game is free on Steam. You can actually just go on Steam, search up Immortal Soul Black Survival. It's right there. You can also play it on your mobile device. Also search it on Immortal Soul. I have a question. How do you get good? Bala. Step 1, stop forgetting about your stamina. Step 2, actually like pick up components for your armor and your food. You know, Plessy and I have actually watched your gameplay. We know exactly what you do wrong and you continue to do it anyway. Step 3, stop taking fights where you are clearly losing. You take fights where you are dealing 20 damage and your opponent is dealing 50 to you. I'm just saying. Why is Hyejin getting you so many wins? Maybe you just click with Hyejin. Hyejin's pretty good at once you get to the late game. Enjoy your meal, Robigo. Don't actually think I want to do another Overexplained. The amount of talking is actually like very tiring. Not gonna lie to you. I'm definitely gonna want to do an Overexplained run for Johan for sure. How many hours do I have in Black Survival? I have 2,100 hours. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be. I want to do an Overexplained run for every character eventually. Just because that way I can, like, explain in excruciating detail about everything. Because, like, one of the complaints that I've been getting on my videos is that it's too hard to follow along, especially if you're a new player. And I'm like, that's true. I have to play this quickly in order to keep up with the lobby or I just die. And so, like, the commentary that I have on stream is generally not enough for most new players. So I'm hoping this helps.